Greetings, YouTube. The question has long been asked, Prof, how often do unit based offers come up in the contest now? And I have to say it's about once or twice a month. But here's the thing: Tier 5 catalysts, Tier 2 alphas, they have decreased so much in value from what they used to be because of the Glory Store. And so they used to be able to charge 1,000 units for this, and I'm not saying that that's a ton, but it's what, more than $30 worth of units. And tier 2 alphas now, if you are a Cavalier or especially Thronebreaker, I value those at about $5 a piece, which is crazy. They used to be worth about $100 a piece, to be honest. And then tier 5 basics, I'll say conservatively, I value about a fully formed one of those at between $25 and $50, depending on the day, but certainly not more than $50. So for 1,000 units, the question is, how much should you get in tier 5 basic? I think at minimum, it should be half a tier 5 basic. It should be 22,500 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. So 13,500 is pretty short of that goal. But we also know, historically speaking, when the tier 5 catalyst cache comes out for 1,000 units, that's the intro price of the first level. And just like a book with multiple chapters or a video game with multiple levels, there are additional tiers of offers. I also already forgot to do what I told myself I would, and that was claim my daily crystal at like 11 o'clock. So yeah, I am already failing at that today. High five. Okay, so as always, we've got to discuss who this benefits the most. I just talked about Cavalier and especially Thronebreaker players for this price. Not a great offer for you all. But uncollected, it actually is decent. It's not great, but it's better than those who are Cavalier or uncollected. And you might ask, Cavalier or Thronebreaker, you might ask, well, why not uncollected? Well, one of the reasons why becoming Cavalier is so amazing and now Thronebreaker does it even faster is the daily login calendar, which when you look at the month, those of you who are Cavalier, you get a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha, but Thronebreaker, you get to form a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha worth of Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments by day 18. You can see you get 18,000 on day 18. You get 9,000 on day 11, and you even get 9,000 on day 4. So I really appreciate that. You just get them faster, but then, of course, you wait an additional X amount of days for the calendar to reset. So let's go back to the offer and see if there's anything crazy that pops up after multiple tiers. Okay, so purchasing this bundle will unlock the advanced tier 5 catalyst cache. Now normally it's like 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, which is a crazy amount of units. So let's see. 1,500, okay, so that puts it almost at $100 worth of units. 15,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, 3 tier 2 alpha catalysts. So basically they're saying for almost $100, you almost have, golly, because that's still only 28,500 tier 5. Between those first two offers, you should get at least a fully formed tier 5 basic. I mean, that's crazy. But again, for uncollected members, it's a little bit harder to get those. And then the final one is the ultimate. Now, 2,500 units, right? Now we're putting the price tag at 5,000 units. That's almost $200 worth of units. 45,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, which is the exact amount of tier 5 basic catalyst fragments you need. So it's a fully formed 2 tier 2 alphas and 1 tier 5 15% class catalyst fragment crystal. Now this is going to be the title of this video, I can tell you. Kabam! If you want people to spend 5,000 units, you've got to make the class catalyst fragments a selector and not a crystal. And let's be honest, for those of you who are Cavalier and above, because Thronebreaker has not been the cutoff except for the special Thronebreaker spring cleaning offers in the whole 2021 year, you can get a 10% tier 5 class catalyst fragment selector for $50, limit 2. We've seen that deal this month. We've seen it multiple times over the course of the year. And so for $100 or the equivalent of 3,100 units, you can get a 20% Tier 5 Class Callus Fragment Selector. Now you are changing it for units. You are dropping it from 20% to 15%, and you're almost doubling the price. Oh, and it's no longer a selector, it's a fragment crystal. That's just a really stupid offer, especially for the price tag. If I worked for Kabam, I would make this at minimum a 15% Class Callus Fragment Selector. You free-to-play players, I know that these special unit offers are the only things you can take advantage of. You hear me talk about the unit store and you think, Prof, that doesn't apply to me. This is, again, Kabam trying to screw over free-to-play players by saying, hey, you want some Tier 5 Class Callus fragments? You better pray to the RNGesus gods because it is the algorithm that determines who you get in this. And at the same time, I just also have to say that the price tag is way too high. I mean, uncollected members, maybe, but there should be a second tier for Cavalier and above that maybe is the same price, but you get 22,500 Tier 5 Basic in the first, 45,000 Tier 5 Basic in the second, and then in the third, a bigger selector and maybe 2 Tier 5 Basic. Because keep in mind, you can buy all 3 of these offers and still not have enough Tier 5 Basic to take a 5-star to rank 2, which requires 2 fully formed Tier 5 Basic Callus. So, I'm sick to my stomach, YouTube, but what else is new? Sorry, free-to-play players, you got screwed again.